Going World Patriots? It is Tuesday, June 12th. Ooh, almost said 10th. June 12th, 2018. Now, guys, as you're going to see in a later post by Q tonight, as there are quite a few, I'm going to run through them, and I'm going to do a follow-up video tomorrow, as there is some pertinent information or proofs that I'm going to go through tomorrow and do a video solely on those. Q is talking about a little bit later on, be aware of the new arrivals. So for any of those of you who are new to Q, I'm going to be coming out with a Q intro or a Q, those of you who are new and don't really know what's going on here. These are boards where a entity, which is military intelligence close to Trump, are talking to us and giving us information and feedback about what's going on ahead of time in most scenarios. All right, so for example, first Q post tonight is an old post from June 3rd. Boom, 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 right there. A week to remember, dark to light, blackout necessary. Now, you go to number 100 Q post, dark to light. 107 marker of this video in YouTube is the video that Trump brought to Singapore to show Kim Jong-un. Now, boom, 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 as you're going to see, also comes up. They knew at least a week ahead of time that there were going to be 4 booms in the document that Trump signed with Kim Jong-un. Also, in this video, at the 107 mark, they say, we'll bring the darkness into the light, just as the post said over a week ago. And it's at the 107 mark where they start to say that. Take away the 0, you have 17, which is also Q. All right, so basically Q is telling us in coded messages things that they can't tell us outright. So something like this I find very interesting. Q says, would you believe Hussein tried to call Kim prior to the summit? He did not have his updated phone number. I hate it when that happens, don't you? 3 North Korean generals released close to the pathway for bad actors. Closed the pathway for bad actors. Now, any of those of you who are new, if you see the black bracketed area, Q has let us know that that's the kill box. So basically they've been released or they've been removed from the situation. And that would be the bad actors in North Korea allowing the deep state to contact Kim Jong-un. And he is safe now. We've cut all the deep state CIA ties, or Q has anyway. Q and Trump in the military. All right, so Anon says, I think he means that the generals who were black hats or bad actors, and that they were once they were gone, there was no more connections for the cabal to influence Kim. All right, and Q has referenced that. If you see down below, Q right here posts 1714630, and by doing that, he is highlighting, sorry about that, he is highlighting this post right here, 1714630. So sometimes an anonymous person, as you see right there, it says anonymous, will post something, and simply by putting that number down the bottom, Q references that post and it links it. And sometimes it's just a link to the post, and sometimes it's a added word or phrases to it as well. Okay, so 630. Okay, so we're referencing this link again here, 1714630, talking about the connections between the black hats and Kim, and how Obama can't contact anymore. Well, Q references this one, and he brings up ES isn't sleeping well. And as we all know, all of you guys have been there for a while, ES would be Eric Schmidt of Google or Alphabet, the CEO or former CEO. Okay, so here we go about these booms we were talking about, guys. Let me get this out of the way a little bit for you. Okay, so remember, we're doing this one again here. Boom, boom, boom. A week to remember, dark to light, blackout necessary. That was on the 3rd. Okay, 8 days before the 11th or 12th or whatever you want to call it, whatever it was in Singapore. From the summit document, 4 booms. Boom 1, the United States and North Korea commit to establish the new U.S.-North Korea relations in accordance with the desire of the peoples of the two countries for peace and prosperity. Right? Very important. Boom 2, the United States and North Korea will join their efforts to build a lasting and stable peace regime on the Korean Peninsula. Boom. Because now we're going to be denuclearized and have peace and not be a prisoner in his own country. A lot of you might be new and don't understand that these countries like Iran and Syria was, Iran now and North Korea was, and we're getting out of that, are run by a global deep state or global bad government, worldwide government that works together and keeps the whole world under the threat of nuclear war, basically, while they're all skimming money off the top, making millions and hundreds of millions for their, quote, foundations and nonprofits. All right, boom number 3, reaffirming the April 27, 2018 Panmunjom Declaration, North Korea commits to work towards complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Sorry, guys, getting a little late here. You know me. I always do mine after midnight. All right, so boom 4, the United States and North Korea commit to recovering prisoner of war / missing in action remains, including the immediate repatriation of those already identified. Boom, that's huge, guys. Anybody who's in the military, has any military family, especially somebody that may have died overseas and they didn't retrieve the body, that's like number 1. We don't leave any man behind, right? Certain situations like this, they couldn't help it because, you know, we had no relationships, no good relationships. And I mean, does anybody notice how happy Kim is? You know, you would think this guy skins babies and he kills all sorts of things, and that's what they tell you. And, you know, he does all these concentration camps and this, that, and the other. I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as the type of guy. He went to, you know, the best schools in Switzerland, speaks English. Not to say that because you speak English, you're not a horrible person. I can think of a few off the top of my head. All right, and Q says to that, what a coincidence. 4 points, 4 booms. Dark to light, 107. More to come. So this is all foreshadowing, guys, right? The 4 points of the 4 booms. Dark to light, 107. More to come. I guess my Julian Assange deal was way off base, unless he's going to show up this week, perhaps. That would be great. All right, let's see. And guys, if you notice, you don't hear any more beep, 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 beep. Sorry about that. All right, yesterday's video was going off. I was like, I must have got like 50 subscribers had subscribed during the making of that one video, and I know you guys were getting annoyed. That was crazy. All right, the next Q post is actually an Anon saying, all the POTUS tweets changing councel, C-E-L, to councel, S-E-L, equals C-S, equals CrowdStrike, question mark. And Q responds with a tweet from Donald Trump. Notice the misspellings, guys. The fact that I am having a meeting is a major loss for the U.S., say the haters and losers. We have our hostages, testing, research, and all missile, M-I-S-S-L-E. All right, put that in your little Scrabble box. We're missing one I. Launches have stopped. All right, stopped, missing one P. And these pundits who have called me wrong from the beginning have nothing else they can say. We will be fine. All right, so we have what? An I and a P. Q post also, missile, Fox 3 splash as the world turns, Red October, Q, and we're missing another I right there. And that Fox 3, guys, we're going to get into, that's a missile. In my opinion, I'm decoding a Fox as a missile. Anyway, next, what am I doing? What am I doing here? I'm not going down. What am I doing? going the wrong way, guys. So we have a I right there, and then we have an I and a P. And Q is going to allude to where are all these missing letters and what are they adding up to. Somebody sent me over a message earlier that it was actually opioid. O-P-I-O-I-D, opioid. And we'll see the D come up, and I'm not sure where the other O is. All right, so Q post, the next one says, when the info is released, RR, as in Rod Rosenstein. All right, guys, Rod Rosenstein, per one of your requests, is now Rod Rosenstein because of his cokey, sniffly nose habit. So you guys see again in the kill box in bold, and especially in the bold brackets, is a kill box, meaning he's going to be removed. He's gone soon, very soon. And as a side note, guys, I was watching, who was it? Good old Chuck Grassley. He was on Fox News, and we're going to get into what Rod Rosenstein was threatening. And Grassley ended up the conversation telling the woman, I forget which one it was, he says, you know, I'm getting real sick of this Rod Rosenstein guy. And she says, well, what do we do then? He's slow walking all the paperwork. What are we going to do from here? And his quote was exactly this. Just watch. Oh, baby. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. When the info is released, Rod Rosenstein no more. When the info is released, no more Russia investigation. It will factually conclude the corrupt nature by which the entire false narrative was created, all to 1. Prevent the election of POTUS, 2. Delay, shelter, mask, hide all illegal activities by Hussein and others during the past 8 years. DOJ FBI cleanse vital as primary. Huber coming. These people hate America. Now, guys, I also saw a video from Tracy Bean's, or I listened to it while I was at work. They had, I think it was Bolton actually was on, but they had also talked about Huber and how he's going to be doing some prosecuting. So his name is out there in the public, and they are mentioning him more and more. So I think they know what's coming. All right, and Anon says, Q, if you can pull strings, how about getting Acosta's press pass pulled? I am embarrassed he represented our country in that historic meeting in Singapore. Q says, think strategically. Did Acosta's continued disrespectful and poor behavior hurt or help us in the future? Let them all dig their own graves. I love it. Just like a lot of these channels out there who are so anti-Q, digging their own graves as we speak. All right, and now this picture is called Alaska Vols. You got 1, 2, and 3. And also, I think you got a chase plane, perhaps a jet up there, following or escorting Air Force One, perhaps. And that's called Alaska Vols G7_Sing. Now, guys, these ones I'm not even going to bother reading because nobody wants to listen to me say JLDK 8382K for the next 5 minutes, right? So we have a very coded message here. 105 and 106 were not here. That's why it's, I'm assuming that's why it's this color right here. You notice how they all have this slightly darker than the background color. And then these are this, rouge, reddish, colorblind. So work with me. You guys can let me know in the comments below. So Castle Arrival good, blue metal. My buddy was sending me a message saying he thinks blue metal would be Air Force One and Castle Arrival would be Trump arriving safe. As far as these other ones, only time will tell. All right. Next Q post is Fox M1 stolen takedown. Action KDN-0000. Vic Intel. Con sit aware. On guard. Z-bunk. EXE. All right, so once again, that is just gibberish to me, but I'm calling Fox as missile. If you've seen the last code, it was missile, Fox. M1 stolen takedown. I'm reading it as they tried to throw a missile at Trump, and it was a stolen missile or a hacked missile that they tried to throw at Trump, and it has been taken down, or it did not take down the Trump mobile or Air Force One. Hearing there was actually possibly a decoy plane going through. All right, so let's see, Vic Intel, Action, Intelligence, CON. So I'm thinking continue situational awareness, and that they are on guard at some Z bunker perhaps. And then EXE is an execute. Execute message or execute command perhaps. Not sure exactly. A lot of numbers there. All right. The next one, Q. I'm convinced Q plus is Trump. I don't know. Just something's telling me Q plus is Trump. Godspeed, one and all, Q plus. Okay. Now this is what we're talking about here, guys, with the missile. This is not a game. Certain events were not supposed to take place. skunkbayweather.com. And it looks like a missile's going off, and we have reports in the local area it's off the coast of Washington that they saw a missile going off, but the local naval branch was called, and they said they don't even have missiles there. Definitely not a missile. Okay, sure it wasn't. Okay, so then and Anon says supposed missing D, and Q puts in D. So I don't know if that's part of spelling opioid, perhaps. All right, Q says event talk being attacked. Reference volcano pic, POTUS tweets, missing letters. You have more than you know. Some areas we cannot expand on. Critical thinking. Well, I'm going to default to my boy Serial Brain for the critical thinking. I'm doing the out in the open thinking or whatever. Yeah, not such a good all right, I'm trying to think here. Not such a good saying there. Anyway, reverse image search. Think hack. Comms dark. Q. All right, so when we do a reverse image search on this, it gives you a article from 4 days ago in a few different military websites, and it says Chinese hackers stole Navy plan, and it's called like Sea Dog or Sea Devil. And so it's basically what they're trying to do here is make it look like China tried to attack President Trump when it's the furthest thing from the truth. Who took Kim Jong-un to Singapore? Yeah, his own personal security detail, right? He flew his own North Korean planes, right? No, wrong. He took Air China. President Xi arranged all of his travel and accommodations. So you're telling me that Xi, who has a very good relationship with Trump, is going to set up this whole thing, arrange travel, but then he's going to try to shoot down Trump afterwards? Yeah, I don't think so. So we know it's the deep state trying to take down Trump, or trying to make it look like somebody's trying to take down Trump, to try to throw a wrench into this good progress we're making here. No, I wouldn't even call it good progress. Not even really good, is it? I mean, it's awesome progress. Beyond awesome progress. Peace with North Korea. The North Korean president or the head of North Korea has never met with a president of the United States face to face, ever. Period. That alone is incredible. All right, guys. Ghost Con active approval 58203-JX. And that's one of these ones we'll follow up on, and because there's so many posts tonight that it's gonna deserve a excuse me, it's gonna deserve a follow-up. Getting that late night raspy voice there, guys. Getting tired. All right, so connected. We have 2 articles, and then we have Kashyap Patel, name to remember. Let's take a look at why specifically, in my opinion, That's going to be a name to remember. All right. I read through the whole article. I'll leave some links if you guys want to take a look at it later, but I don't really think it's necessary. It's a lot of blah, blah. This whole part right here is what's important. Citing a former federal law enforcement official, the New York Times reported that Nosenstein, who oversees the Russia probe, felt misled by Nunes staff over House Intelligence Committee investigator Kash Patel's travel to London last year. Ooh. The newspaper, citing the same official, reported Nosenstein wanted to know if Patel was attempting to interview former British spy Christopher Steele, the author behind the salacious anti-Trump dossier. Well. So did Kash Patel, did he want to interview Steele? What's the other guy's name? Cardiff, or I don't know if I'm getting that right off the top of my head. I think it's Cardiff or something like that. Did he want to interview that guy? Did he want to investigate Halper? Did he want to go look where Lisa Page and Peter Strzok were staying in London? Did he want to investigate the Five Eyes in London? But he didn't want to tell Rod Nosenstein? Was that the deal? And now you have Rod Rosenstein saying that he's going to sue, or no, excuse me, that's Andy McCabe. Andy McCabe is now saying he's going to sue over his firing. Yeah, good luck with that. You only lied to government officials no less than twice. All right, and now Rod Rosenstein is making allegations, basically, saying that he's going to, request all of the documentation and text messages of all these people. I mean, it's whatever they can do to try to slow walk this situation, right, guys? Whatever they can do. And the next link is Rosenstein threatened to subpoena GOP-led committee in chilling clash over records email show. And that's what I was talking about. That next article, I'll leave a link in the description box. You can look at it. He's basically saying, oh, well, you want me to hand in all this information? Well, how would you like it if I had to read all your information? Why don't I sue you or subpoena all your information and see what you guys are up to? Oh, God. They just won't stop. I mean, they just don't know when to quit and just take your lickings. All right, and now connected to that same message, you guys see how you got the ... down there? That's connected to this next message that says, good interviews coming up on Ingram regarding Rod Nosenstein. Freedom Caucus. Whoop. Sorry for technical difficulties. We'll have your show back in 1 second, please. Any of you guys that are new, not very technical here, not the most technical channel. I don't have these beautiful intros and outros. Oh, guys, this one, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to read this without laughing my ass off, because while I do feel this on one hand, on the other hand, I realize there are processes that need to be taken care of. And I know a lot of you feel the same way, and a lot of you also know that there are certain ways that things have to happen to get these guys nailed dead to rights. All right, so an Anon says, just a reply to Q from the last thread about Ingram interview. Excuse me? It was an awful interview. Once again, weak, ineffectual, limp-wristed promises to hold a vote, to hold Rosenstein in contempt. Who cares? The end of this next one is, I was just almost pissing myself. Until Rosenstein is hauled off by the House Sergeant at Arms, as granted per the Supreme Court, it means nothing. Anyone remember Holder? Nothing happened to him. Nothing. This pisses me off to no end. Just close the fist and crush them already. What the hell is Trump waiting for? Right? So we have these frustrations, guys, but we have to know that all the ducks have to be lined up. All the people that are dirty have to be removed. All right, so Q says to that, full weight of the House versus ARM versus Sergeant at Arms. Why are optics important? How does DC work? Why is Ryan still in office? Lame duck, question mark. Why is Ryan leaving office? Well, he said he wanted to be with his family. Who controls Ryan? I think Trump does. Autist engaged, question mark. Q. And they're going to get into it in a minute here. And Anon says, is Ryan still there because he is going to support POTUS? And then Q says to that, who brings votes? Who brings the votes? House floor. The Speaker, right? Who decides? The Speaker. Why is this important? What is coming? Full weight of the House. Some must remain clean distance from what is about to happen. Whoa. What is about to happen? All right. And then Q says, link to proofs. Okay. We'll see what that's about. And Anon puts on Qproofs.com. All right. Q says, no proofs collection here. Pinned. No links within each post. Top. You will need soon. Q. And I'm going to show you where what this Qproofs looks like. It actually goes over to mega.nz and shows you about 123 images, and some of them are doubled down, and I'll flip through them, and I'm literally doing a video on just those because all these idiots, and I'm sorry guys, anybody who doesn't want to hear any bagging about any, I'm not going to bring up any specific channels, but anybody who doesn't want to hear anything about that, just plug your ears or go get a coffee for the next 30 seconds. But all these idiot channels that keep saying that Q isn't real and Q's not with Trump and whatever, there's about, I'd say, 100 images of proofs that show interaction between Trump and Q. And these idiots will all have a reason and all have a way to try to discredit it, but there's no way you can discredit that many coincidences, right? All right, guys. Ooh, sorry. Going on a yawning spree here. It's probably about close to 1 in the morning here on the Eastern time. Whoa, sheesh, 1:17. Started this video at like 12:30, 12:15. All right. Q says, no, and Anon says in bold, this board in the coming months will be spread and discussed across all platforms. Important to be prepared. Q says, think new arrivals. Proofs are important. Thank you, autists and Anons. And yes, thank you all the Anons, white hats, autists out there. Doing a hell of a job for sure. All right, and that's why I brought up in the beginning that the think new arrivals, so new people that are coming new to the channel. I'll try to be more basic a little bit and try to not waste too much time with it, but I'll try to make it a little bit more clearer. Let's see. And Anon says, Q, if you confirm proofs, then those on Twitter lurkers and even those with little to no knowledge of the Great Awakening will pay attention more and add validity to the proofs. The proofs in side-by-sides I see that are circulated the most are the ones that you have confirmed. 07. Thank you for your service and the Great Awakening. God bless you, POTUS, in the United States of America. Q says, roger that. All right, and that's it with the Q posts tonight, guys. But I'm going to take you over to the images I downloaded from, what was it, Qproofs.pub. All right, guys, it's Qproofs.com, not pub. Qproofs.com. All right, for things like this, guys, you'll see Q would have posted something like this, April 8th, authorize B19-2, Red Sparrow or Sparrow Red. And then over on the right here, you'll have 2B, 1Bs employed 19 JASM ERs. So 2B1Bs had employed 19. So 2B19, right, guys? B19-2. So you see how the communications work here? There's all sorts of little ones here. Let me just get into some basic ones so I don't have to take too much more of your time, guys. All right. Unstoppable avalanche, D5. Could gouge the landscape, largest snow land available. There are some crazy ones here. You guys can look through these. The shot that heard around the world, the week, Patriots Day. These are all little codes that the Q uses, and you have to kind of look through Trump's tweets as well. Trump will misspell a word, and Q will do it as well, or Q will do it first, and then Trump will do it after. So they basically show you things beforehand, and it's not in a Nostradamus sense. It's definitely things that can be proven. I'm trying to show you one that I can just blast really quick. But there's lots and lots of proofs on here, guys. Whoa, what do we got here? You know what? I'm going to end it on this one, guys, and just not even do the proof, but look at that in the top left corner there, guys. Very top left right now. Protect 614-46. Anybody know whose birthday that is? And supposedly we're going to get that IG report on 614. And if anybody knows, leave it in the comment section whether they're going to do the live stream like they were going to do on the 5th, I believe it was, or the 4th. They were going to live stream it from Senate.gov. Be very interested to see that. All right, guys, I am yawning up a storm. Whew, sorry. Yawning up a storm. Not that this is not exciting, and I am very excited for this stuff. It's just a little bit late right now, and I will follow up tomorrow and keep my eye out for any Q posts for you guys. And we're definitely going to go through some of these proofs. And I really think that if anybody has any doubts that Q is with Trump now, you're just being paid to say it, or you're just flat out dumb. Sorry, but it's true. Yep. I think that's it for me tonight, guys. I'm shooting blanks in my head over here. I'm just firing away, and I got nothing. All right, guys. So I will keep my eyes out for the next Q post. Until the next one, thumbs up, like, subscribe. Peace.